everybody, this is Nova, and Nova and I are working on cheek targeting. So cheek targeting is having your horse touch their cheek. Where are you going? It's having your horse touch their cheek to a specific target. In this case, it's going to be my hand. One of the reasons why I like to teach this behavior is because when you have a head shy horse or a horse that's fearful and shy in general and doesn't really know about being touched, this is a really good way to introduce touch and to generalize touch. This is also, in my experience so far, with every animal that I've taught this to, it ends up being a favorite behavior. So every horse, zebra, donkey, every animal that I've taught this to seems to really enjoy the behavior. So if you have a horse that's not shy and that doesn't mind having you touch their face, you can start by just touching their cheek. Nova's a little shy. So you would touch their cheek, click your clicker at the same time, and then reinforce. So I'm going to touch the cheek, click at the same time, reinforce. Ready? Now, if you have a horse that's a little shy or shows some aversion to having their cheek touched, what you can do is present your hand the same way, but present it further away from the horse. So I might do this, click at the same time, reinforce. Now if I'm presenting my hand further away from the horse, then I'm just gradually going to increase the criteria by moving my hand just a little bit closer to the horse until I can actually touch their cheek. Good girl, Nova. And once I'm able to touch their cheek, okay, I'm going to keep touching the cheek, clicking at the same time, and reinforcing. Good girl. So once I've done enough repetitions, or I think I've done enough repetitions for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my hand up fairly close to her cheek, and I'm going to wait and see if maybe she brings her head to my hand. So I'm going to see if I hold my hand close to her cheek, if she'll close that last bit of distance on her own and bring her cheek to my hand. So, where are you going? Girl. Whoops. I'm not comfortable with that still. I don't know what's going on. So as you can see, Nova has not made that association yet, and she's still really uncomfortable with me putting my hand up to her face. So I'm going to do a few more repetitions of this. I'm just going to touch her cheek. I'm going to mark and reinforce. And then I'm going to try again. I'm going to try just putting my hand close to her face and see if she brings her face back to my hand. Good girl. Good. Now another thing that you can do if your horse is struggling a little bit with this, to help make this behavior a little bit clearer for them, what you can do is when they bring their cheek to your hand, you can actually reinforce them out here so that when you present your hand again, when they bring their face back around to look at you, their face is going to bump into your hand. So you feed them out to the other side, and when they bring their face back, you have your hand ready for them to touch again. Girl. And there you have it. That is cheek targeting. Cheek. 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 Yes!